Hey, what's up? It's Bree checking in.
And it's T.
So you got Bree and T
On the beats. Yes. Episode 3.
Yes, girl.
We in this thing.
We rolling. Oh my gosh,
We
y'all.
rolling.
I don't think y'all understand how we're feeling right now.
We're feeling good.
I'm feeling great.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling great.
I'm feeling really good too, for sure.
So we're going to go ahead and get into these hot topics.
For sure, for sure. Where you want to start?
So we're going to start off with, I don't know what it is, but I keep forgetting, I know his name, but every time I look at it, it's like I don't want to pronounce it right.
Because you want to say Jesse. I think that's what it is.
I don't want to say, no, his name is Jesse.
It's Jesse, see?
Oh, it's Jesse?
But I think we're so accustomed to Jesse.
My mind is everywhere else because Jesse is the last thing from my mind.
Yeah, it's Jesse.
I don't know what it is, but it's not Jesse. Jesse
Smollett.
Okay, Jesse Smollett. Okay, this is actually a very serious topic that we're going to talk about because bullying.
Yeah, well, bullying to the extreme, racism, homophobic, all of that.
I thought we moved past that.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
People are showing their true colors right now.
What? They're still doing it. But, I think it's the internet. That's really what it is because it's been going on, but since we have internet, it's broadcasted so much more.
Yeah, and I think it's also our president, being blatantly how he is. He's other people think they can go around,
and do what they want to do.
Yeah, for sure. So we all know what happened with Jesse this week.
Right.
Like he was attacked by 2 white men. What was really heartbreaking about this story, not only were they attacking him, for his race and for his sexuality, but, this was really crazy. They put a noose around his neck.
And that's, I feel like that really should be against the law where we are now. Like, some legal actions need to be taken against these young men because this is a serious matter. And he's not the first one that it's happened to.
Oh, yeah. No, we definitely have a history of this in our country. But it's like they also threw bleach on him. So it's like when you see something like this, it's just crazy because it's like to be in a time where we're so advanced.
People are still doing this. People are still doing the same thing. But you want to know what?
What?
I want to say I'm so proud of everybody that's coming out and speaking up.
Yeah, me too.
Even though I feel like it should have been like this, but we're here now.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's so many people that's standing up and so many celebrities and
people
in general. Right, so just people in general that's speaking up and speaking out for him. So I just think that it's just, honestly, it's a blessing in disguise. Like, even though the situation was very, very, very wrong, the fact that everybody is giving it so much attention and they're talking about it and they're putting it out there, letting everybody know what's going on, I feel like, it just warms my heart for real.
Yeah, for sure. He, a lot of people showed love to him, and what's crazy is like, have you ever seen Empire? I'm sure you've seen the show. Okay.
I've seen Empire,
his character, like he seems like such a sweet guy,
sweet and genuine person.
But people are even saying that about him in real life. Like he exudes so much love. So it's just crazy to think about a person like that going through something. Like that.
The only thing that I keep thinking about is like, what made them target him?
Well, did you see that they actually sent a letter to him like a week before?
No.
Yes. So before this attack happened, that's why I'm thinking that these people were following him, because even when you look at the story, it was like, first of all, it was 2:00 in the morning. He was going to Subway. So it's like, who's just out? Like, I feel like, they were wearing ski masks. Even the way they called him, they were like, you're that, I don't even want to say these disgusting words, but they was like, they were throwing racial slurs and, homophobic slurs at him, but they were calling him like they knew who he was. Right. And they had sent a letter. So it's like basically they prepared for this moment. Like they knew that he was coming, and then they just basically showed their true colors when he got there. Yeah, because the letter had a threat in it. It was like, it had racial slurs and saying, it was talking about him, but it was basically threatening him. So I think they targeted him. So yeah, it's just sad, man.
Basically premeditated.
Yeah.
It was very premeditated. Another thing that I was thinking about, I seen where they were saying that it was a whole bunch of cameras around, but it didn't pick up.
Ah.
Yeah, so I'm why would he make this up?
Oh, he definitely. I mean,
Like,
I'm
I
sure
don't
with
understand,
the
like, why would he
bleach-
make this? But you know how media is. Like, it has a way of trying to twist the story and give different angles of how they want to portray how the story actually happened.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I feel like that's BS. Like, if it was actually cameras around, there's no way you couldn't have picked up on what happened, and there's no way that he's gonna make up these allegations about what happened to him, especially with the bruises.
I mean, he went to the hospital, so that stuff is on record. Like,
so was he by himself or?
Yes, he was by himself when these men jumped him and brutally attacked him. But thankfully, he's okay.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, I'm hoping that he comes back from this stronger than ever. From what I've just been seeing about, what people have been saying for him, he comes from a great family and just a great person. So I'm sure he's gonna come back.
But even his response to it on social media, it was just like, I'm okay, and basically thank you to everybody who has reached out to me. So I think the fact that you're looking at it on a positive note, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not out here like, yeah, I'm gonna get you, like, just because if it was me on the other hand,
I was just about to say,
I don't really know how I would act if it was me on the other hand.
That would mess somebody up, man. That would mess somebody up, and it's gonna take a while.
Listen,
for him to
I'm
heal.
calling everybody. I'm calling all my brothers. I'm calling little Pookie from down the street. I'm calling everybody.
We out for revenge.
What? Look, let me tell you what. I really think I would go to the hospital. I feel like the first thing I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna hit the line.
Girl, no, you would have to go to the. I'll be straight at the hospital first.
No, ma'am. I'm hitting the line. Hey, I'm on the side of the street. I need y'all to come through.
She tough.
I need y'all to come through. Like, they not about to take me out like that. You got me messed up. What's good?
Yeah, but
that's where you see the other side.
That's the other side gonna come out. It take a lot to pull that out, huh? But no, I did see that, they have the two suspects, they do have two suspects of who they think are responsible. So that is good that they're actively working to get them caught soon. Because,
so do we know if these are really the suspects or just?
As far as what I recently just read, as of today, it was just like we have two suspects.
This just making me have so many questions. Like, how did you find these people if the cameras wasn't working? Like, did he pick them out of a lineup? Like, it's just so much stuff that goes on.
Questions that need answers.
Exactly. So many questions that need answers, but
we're glad he's safe. And we just hope that he comes back. And then I'm sure he's going to be speaking out about this because it's like he is a gay black man, so he's dealing with oppression on both sides. That's just a lot to handle. So, like I said, we just hope he bounces back from that and comes back.
I mean, he looked like he's gonna, like, I know he's gonna pull through.
Yeah,
by what he's putting out on social media is not anything negative. So I think that it's a lesson learned for everybody. And I think this is just another way for us to just kind of pull together and be there for each other and be there for all of us in the black community. Not even just the black community.
Because if that can happen to him, it can happen to anybody.
Exactly.
So, there we go.
Exactly. So we're going to move on to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's
Super Bowl Sunday.
A whole lot to talk about with that.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Where do you want to start?
Where do we want to start? Okay, so we'll just dive in. So it's been very controversial with this halftime show and with, this whole season with the NFL has been very controversial. I
mean, honestly, this hasn't been going on for a long time, though. Yeah. Like, if you really think about it, it's really been going on for a long time.
Forever.
Like, this is not the first year that it's happened. Are we going to year 5, year 6? Like, how long has it really been?
What
with everything that's going on with it, Colin Kaepernick taking a knee and stuff. Like, how long I feel like it's been a while. It's been a long time.
Is this the first season that he's done this? I think this is the second season.
It's not the first season or the second season, I don't believe. I feel like we're past that.
Okay, well, yeah.
For sure. But we're gonna talk.
This is just the first season where I've seen it everybody take a stance and protest against the NFL as a collective.
Right.
So I will say that this is the first year where I've seen this much controversy over black people being involved with the halftime show, all of that. So, it is a big deal. Like, Rihanna turned it down. Apparently Pink turned it down. Like, some huge artists turned this halftime show down. So it's even Travis Scott, he did agree to do it with Maroon 5. Big Boy did.
But Travis Scott is young, too.
Yeah.
He's young, and then Gladys Knight. She's older. So
Gladys.
You know what? Gladys has a different perspective about the whole situation. And that's why I'm saying, like, okay, we have Travis Scott, who is 24, 25 years old.
Yeah.
And then we have Gladys Knight, who is like 60.
Yeah.
60, 70.
Something, I'm sure.
She's old. Old
enough.
She's older. We'll just say that she's older. So it's just two different eras. Like,
Yeah.
it's two different eras. Like, they both grew up in two different, like, the culture is just different.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think absolutely. And I think what's interesting is, you know, Gladys Knight in the NFL, they put out this video. They're talking about, she's talking about her experience with the civil rights movement and, you know, marching with Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, and just being heavily active, even with her music, bridging people together. So I think, like you said, she grew up in a different era, a different perspective. Like, I think obviously she's aware of what
she knows what's going on.
She knows what's going on, but I think, like, with back then, their perspective was like, you know, we want to be included.
Trying to get into it.
Yeah, we're trying to be included.
Right. I just think it's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and she brought up the whole song about, you know,
the midnight
on
train.
the midnight train, the midnight train to Georgia.
Midnight train to Georgia.
And I'm just like, okay, I get where you're coming from, but now it's just like, okay, we're past that.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're a decade or two past that.
Yeah,
so,
you got a couple. We
got a couple.
We got a couple decades on that. Yeah.
Past that. So even though, like, we fought for all of these things, you know, like, it was so much that they fought for.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, now we're still fighting. And I don't feel like, and she's just like,
Just looks a little different.
It looks different.
Yeah.
It looks a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I think that her intentions are... I think her intentions are good. Yeah, I think her intentions are good.
But I don't think she understands.
I think she understands, but I just think that...
Not from a younger generation, though. She's coming from an older generation.
She's thinking it from an older perspective.
Exactly.
And I think that... Because she even said, like, you know, when I sing it this time around, it's going to be different. But one thing you don't even realize, one thing I didn't even know until... Like, we know that the... national anthem was not created for Black people.
Ooh,
but I actually went and looked up. I didn't know there was an entire verse that they basically
took out,
exclude from the national anthem that actually talks about slaves. So it's like, you're saying you're going to bring people together, but the whole
do you really know what this means?
Is racist.
Like, do you really know what this means?
So you're going to bring the country together on a song
that was based off slavery.
It was rooted in a time of racism, and the Francis Scott Key was a racist. He was a heavy advocate for racism. So it's like, those are the things we need to be looking to change, not just we'll get
this
somebody,
is gonna bring everybody back together,
civil rights activist and an iconic, you know, R&B singer to sing it. You know, that I think that's just trying to distract everybody.
I was just gonna say, I think it was really like a mixed emotions. Like, they were just like, okay, like, if we bring Gladys Knight in here, then maybe we can distract them from,
because she's so highly respected.
Exactly. Right.
Y'all ain't fooling nobody.
They not fooling nobody. You know, it's a lot that I can say about this, but we just gonna.
But you know, I have a lot of respect. At the end of the day, I don't want to take away anything from Gladys Knight.
I love
respect her.
I love her music.
Yeah, I think her intentions are pure, but I think it is with that. I think it's a
deeper.
Generation gap.
It's really deeper than what they're making it to be.
Yeah, and I think they also want to say, like,
it's just like they're trying to make it to be a respect thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
are y'all going to take a kneel with Gladys Knight singing it?
Yep.
Like,
hold on, let me back up a little bit so I can take my kneel real quick. But
I will say it's really not hard for me to boycott the NFL, because I'm not like a heavy sports person anyway, so I feel like it's easy for me to be like, okay, Colin Kaepernick, I feel you, man. Like, we could boycott this. But it's at the same time, I'm like, I want to tune into that halftime show. I want to see, because everybody's going to be talking about it.
They're not giving Cardi B a hard time.
Yeah, and she did the Pepsi commercial.
I'm not going to lie. That Pepsi commercial was really bomb.
Yeah, she looked good. She looked good. It was cool.
Why do you think they're not giving her no heat?
Cardi B don't
care, though. She does not care.
She doesn't care, but I think at the same time, it's like, it's deeper than Cardi B. It's honestly deeper than Travis Scott and deeper than Gladys Knight. At the end of the day, I really have so much respect for Colin Kaepernick and everything he stands for, the risks that he has taken for his people, for all of us, you know.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, don't be selective about who you want to call out. Because at the same time, we can look at all these people that are doing the halftime show, all about all of that. But what about the players that are actively playing in the league? You know what I mean? Don't just say, oh, these people need to be accountable.
But you know what? I think that they went to the root of the root of the problem, like who started it.
Yeah.
And I think he was one of the ones that basically he started it from the beginning. Like he was the first one to take a knee. Like he knew what he was risking.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like it's big of him. And, like, he's still going down. Like, he has a foundation for it.
Exactly.
And it's something that you strongly believe. Like, I respect you for that.
Yeah.
Like, I totally respect you for standing up for something that you believe in, you know?
Yeah, because it's like, when you think about it, he's going to go down on the right side of history.
You know what? He kind of reminded me of the, MLK.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to go down like that type of iconic, like, activist, you know? So, but it's like, at the end of the day, I think in that position, like it's gonna be no matter what you're
for what you believe in.
But I'm talking about even the people who decided to be involved with the halftime show. That's a heavy role to take on.
But you know what they were talking about Travis Scott. I know you mentioned that about him agreeing to it, and basically like what was that about?
Oh, okay. So under the terms that him and the NFL they got together and they're actually doing like a $500,000 donation to I think it's Van Jones. It's an organization that he has, but it's a nonprofit organization. So at least
with the wife. With the wife.
Well, what you mean?
So didn't he? Okay, so weren't they having a conversation about? It was something that was going on Twitter, and it was like, oh yeah, Travis Scott. We talked. I think it was like with Colin.
Oh, you're talking about Nessa.
Talk about the tea, honey.
Yeah.
Let's get to the tea. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Like you talking about the other stuff.
Yeah.
Let's get to the nitty gritty. You over here making me look like I'm looking crazy.
I was confused.
Girl, talk about the tea, honey.
Okay, so
talk about the tea.
So yeah, we could talk about that. So when it first came out that Travis Scott was doing the halftime show, you know, he was getting a lot of controversy. So a lot of people in the media were saying, oh, well, Travis Scott and Colin Kaepernick talked about it, and they came to like a common like agreement, and it's mutual respect. Baby, Colin Kaepernick didn't say nothing, but his lady though.
Girl, I don't know if that's his wife.
It's his girlfriend, his longtime girlfriend.
Wife.
But she was like, nope. She shut that down.
I was gonna say she shut it all the way down.
She shut it down.
Like, no, we did not have a conversation about that.
Yeah. She was like, we did not, there's no mutual respect. We do not agree with what he's doing. That she made it clear that,
do you think that's going to ruin their relationship?
Colin Kaepernick and her?
No, not with her, but with Travis Scott and him.
I don't know.
Not with him, but with the wife. The wife was feeling some type of way. She was not playing like, no, we did not agree to. We, not him. We did not agree to that.
Yeah,
she was like, we didn't agree to that.
She was like, I'll clearly speak on his behalf.
Girl. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and wrap this conversation up, just because I feel like this is a topic that can go on forever.
It can.
And how do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it? At the end of the day, like I said, it's not hard for me personally to boycott the NFL because I'm not really big on sports. But like I said, if we're going to hold one person accountable, let's just hold everybody accountable.
Everybody.
And at the end of the day, we can feel how we want to feel. I do feel some type of way about Gladys Knight and the national anthem, like bringing people together. Okay. But I can't really judge people for that.
Right.
You know,
I mean, everybody have their own different perspective on how they feel about what they're doing and why they're doing it. So that's why I'm just like, for me personally, like you said, the same thing. Like, I'm not really a football person. So when the Super Bowl roll around, honestly, I really don't even watch it. But I am here for these commercials.
I watched the commercials. I was about to say, yo, you remember that Doritos commercial?
I'm here for the commercials, okay?
Don't touch my mama. Don't touch my Doritos.
I think I'm really here for it because I feel like that's other than the game, everybody is talking about the commercial. Like, hey, did you see this one commercial? And I'd be like, no.
Yeah,
so I had to get into the commercials
seriously,
so I can know what was going on. So
maybe I'll tune out when they start playing, tune back in, try to catch the commercials.
You know, and I don't know, I might watch the halftime show.
Yeah.
Just
I want to see it because I know everybody's going to be talking about it.
Exactly. And let me see. I mean, Beyonce did it last year.
Yeah, true.
And she killed it.
But people weren't boycotting it yet. Like they weren't saying.
But you know what?
Boycott.
But they were at the time. It was we're gonna after this we're gonna wrap this conversation up for real. But they
like you said, we can talk on it forever.
We really can talk on this forever. But they was talking about the Black Lives Matter stuff, and she had rolled in with all those cops. Like it was everybody was talking about.
But she made a statement.
She made a statement.
So maybe they'll surprise us and do something.
Maybe so.
To make a statement.
We're here to watch. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna come to y'all next week and tell y'all how we felt about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're gonna go ahead and get into our main topic of the day, which is how far is too far.
Yeah, how far in general? How far is too far? You know,
in multiple different aspects.
Yeah, because right now we're in an age of information. Technology, all of that. And I feel like some people don't really know. We're not all clear, or we don't have the same idea of boundaries.
Do we not know the boundaries? Oh, do we not know the boundaries? Okay. Wait a minute, you really got me over here feeling myself a little bit. No, for real though.
So let's talk about some situations where how far is too far. So where you want to start? You want to start with the rap beef? You want to do that?
Okay, we can start there.
Okay.
We can start with the rap beef.
Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of beefs. I mean, that's a part of hip hop culture, but even in this previous week, like...
I think that the beef now, in this era versus back then, it's just a little different. I feel like it's a little bit more... I don't know if it's pettier or... It's a little... What Drake say...
Wait.
What Drake say? Women talk more. No, niggas talk more than bitches these days. That's what Drake said. No, that's what I'm relating it to.
That's a good point. That's a good
Drake
point.
Drake said, dudes talk more than females these days. Yep. Okay? So we're going to just start there with that conversation. Well, with that little... Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we well, even this week we saw it. We saw the Game was speaking on Kim K. You know, he was he didn't hold back.
Oh my God, I'm so sick of him. I am so... How old is he? 50?
Shut up, Bree. Shut up. Shut your ass up.
50? Like 51, 52? Papa, it's your time is... Your
the
time
Game still looks good, girl. He don't look that old.
You know what? He looks good. But if he just stopped doing all of this...
But he always been running that mouth. Even on social media, he's always been one to... But they are saying he's clout chasing with the whole... He was talking about Kim K swallowing his kids.
He is, though. He really is. Like, supposedly, this is supposed to be your last album.
Yeah.
Like, you could have talked about...
So you want to make a statement, maybe.
Is it really a statement? I feel like you could have talked about anybody else but Kim Kardashian. I feel like everybody talks about her. Everybody. Yeah. And I'm not going to... Like, Kim, she really out here doing her thing.
Yeah.
So it's like people really trying to hold on to that. Like, okay, it's like...
Because we know... I mean, but we know what she got famous off of.
We do know what she got famous off of, but at the same time, I feel like she's doing... different. She's in a different lane now.
Okay.
And she's making a statement in other areas other than where she was before.
Okay.
So it's just like I feel
she ain't got to do all that thought and
exactly
bopping
like
now,
why
but
she's
she
climbing
still kind of do.
You know, from time we gonna start there because from time to time she do
still be throwing out them little thirst traps just in case y'all forgot.
Hold on, what about the one with the little champagne?
I'm so tired of seeing her body. Like, Lord have mercy. Like, Kim K.
It's nice though, but. Wheeling it back in. I just think that as she's climbing to the top, these dudes who have allegedly slept with her, it's just like, okay, ho, don't forget where you came from.
Yeah.
That's why like for real.
Like they want to keep bringing up something from the past.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just like, I don't really think she's bothered by it.
I don't think so either, like but at this point, I'm not even impressed. Like, who hasn't slept with Kim Kardashian in LA? I mean, from me neither, but shit. I mean, I'm sure. You're stupid. You're stupid.
I mean, I haven't.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. But you know what I mean. Like, you know what I mean. I just feel like at this point, it's not really shocking to hear that anymore. Like, oh, I was with Kim K.
You know, when you talk about it, I was just like, okay. What Jess Hilarious say? Boo.
I love her. Boo.
What's next?
For real. Like, come on. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people were saying that he was clout chasing.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of get where he's saying, like, I've been doing this, but at the same time, he knew the response he was going to get from that. He knew that that was going to be relevant enough to get people talking about his album, wanting to go listen to it. So
I didn't listen to it though.
Well, but you listened to that verse where he was talking about Kim K swallowing his kids. You feel me?
Only because you presented it to me. That's the only reason why I listened to it. I'm just like, okay. Like, can we move on to something else? Like, Papa, your time is gone.
So, do you think he went too far? Yes or no? Like, as far as bringing up the game. Like, do you think he went too far by bringing up Kanye's wife?
Who are we talking about? Oh, okay. There we go. That's how I feel about it. That's exactly how I feel about it.
I tell you, I hate you. Like, I hate you.
No, I'm just saying, like, okay, who?
The fact that I was about to repeat myself, like...
I mean, okay, we're going to just let him...
Okay, well, moving on past the, I'm about to call this the game. Let's talk about Dreamdoll and Tory Lanez and Don Q.
Now you're talking my language. Like, this is more my speed because we're all in about the same age range.
Yeah, okay. You can relate to that a little bit more.
I wasn't born in the 1935. You know, 35.
She keep going at his age, bro.
Like, he really a pop. I'm sorry, but he's really like a pop-off. So,
girl. Anyways, moving on So Dreamdoll. First of all, we know the beef between Don Q and Tory Lanez.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, he made a mistake by bringing up Dreamdoll's name.
He shouldn't have done that.
Because now we just talking about Dreamdoll, you know, and Tory Lanez, because she bodied this nigga.
She really did.
She did.
She killed you, Flair. Like,
now, if you knew that you had a threesome with this woman with another man.
Wait. Those are, so is it an allegation or is this real life? Like, because she said...
I don't think he's denied it.
I mean, no, what she said was, you asked to bring another man or some along those lines into the bedroom with us. She didn't say, like, he was in the room.
But if he requested it... I
mean, was he in the room? I'm just trying to figure out.
Girl, you know these celebrities be on all they freaky stuff. I don't know.
I mean, is that freaky? Is that? I mean, that's nasty.
It's some type of freaky.
That's nasty.
It's some type of freaky, but that if that's what he prefers, you know, that's what he likes. So, but I mean, she was just keeping it real.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, what pleasure do you get out of bringing another man? Like, is this somebody that you're lusting for?
Because you would think you want more women.
Exactly,
like,
you want another woman in there with you. But I don't think I've ever heard another man coming into the room. Like,
well, growing up, they used to call that a train. They used to call that running the train.
The way that it sounds, she's making it seem like you there. I'm gonna just say you there, like you're there. That's all I'm gonna say. We're not gonna say.
You know, everybody has their preferences. She never. You're right. She didn't specify whether it actually happened or whether he just requested
honestly,
it.
If that's what you like.
That's what you like.
That's what you like, and I'm not against it. But when you bring another female into, like, y'all just do y'all thing by yourself.
Menage a trois.
You don't gotta bring the, you know, like, hey, but to each his own.
To each his own. You know, it's so many sexual preferences out there, girl. You got people out here making love to nature.
Wait, what? Who making love to nature?
Girl, on Viceland, there is this show.
Girl, no.
It's called Slutever, and they show different people, like, get off on different stuff. Like, these people, there was an episode where these people got off on nature. Like, they were, oh, I love the trees. They were rubbing the dirt. I love the dirt.
Like, they was, like, really getting off. Was this, like, X-rated? I'm trying to figure out, like, where did you see this at?
This was on, like, Viceland, a regular network. Like, anybody could be watching this, bro. Like,
this don't sound
I don't even judge. I'm just like,
this don't sound PG-13 or anything that I want to see. I mean, that sound a little weird to me. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
So, what do you think is too far with what do you think? Like, do you think there's a limit to how far you can go with beef? I mean, it's a big part of hip hop. It's always been something consistent in hip hop.
I mean, honestly, now that I'm really thinking about it, it could have been that Tory was thinking, okay, you know, I'm cool with Dream, and I'm just saying that, you know, you tried to pay her to have sex with you. Mm-hmm. But Dreamdoll was like,
bitch,
pump the brakes. Wait a minute. Don't bring me into y'all drama. So it was just like, maybe he was kind of looking at it on a positive side, like, from her point of view, like if you think
like
about
she
it,
was getting that money.
Well, not even that she was getting that money. Like, I don't think he even said that he had sex with her. He was just like, you tried to pay her. Yeah. So it was just like, hey, like, bro, you so lame. Like, you tried to pay this girl.
He was really going at Don Q.
Exactly. Yeah. And then Dream came in and was like, nah, you ain't gonna bring me into this beef.
But and
it could have been something personal that she shared with him. Mm-hmm. And he brought up in there, you know, they diss track. So I could see where she's like, oh, so you want to go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, either way, he shouldn't have brought, I mean, I guess it's like there's consequences to everything you do.
Exactly.
So
this takes us back to the Jay-Z stuff that we was talking about.
Exactly. And I'm not gonna say that he should or should not have brought up her name, but at the end of the day, that was the consequence that he suffered.
You should have just stayed quiet. Cause
she said she put it on his head.
She said she put it on his wig. Not on a wig.
His man weave. All respect, you know, I'm gonna just put it out there. I ain't even mad at Tory Lanez though, like
for having a man weave.
No, I'm not, because he is young to be balding. Think about how many men go through that. Like, I don't think it's bad.
Hold on, wait. So is it really a man weave, or is it like the shots like Safari got? No, Safari got.
I think it's what Safari got. But
you know what? They paid a lot of money for that.
They pay a lot of money for that. So
listen,
do your thing. Women are out here changing their whole body.
If you out here balding, I bet not know your stuff is a weave, and you talking about me. I bet not know it's a weave.
Look, I ain't even gonna judge.
Every time we get into it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's why you got a weave on top of your head.
Damn, you cold.
You got a weave on top of your head.
You can't do that. They gonna come back with the same energy.
I'm be like, yeah, but I know everybody know mine is not real. What about you? That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, damn, you got a good point. You got a good point.
Like, you know how you get mad at
That'll hurt the ego. That'll hurt the ego.
No, because dudes get mad and they throw slugs, and then like that's
one that you would keep.
That's the soul. I'm gonna be like, yes, I'm saying your homeboy is a wig. Yeah, player.
Because you know he ain't gonna go around bragging about that. You know he ain't gonna go around. Look what I did.
I know he not.
Yeah. To each his own. You know what I mean?
And I still be mad and he say some slick like, yeah, she mad. Yeah, that's why you gotta weave.
You're wrong for that, Bree. You're just wrong. You're cold-blooded.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, but you know what?
Honestly, I enjoyed Dreamdoll coming for Tory Lanez.
I did too.
Especially as a woman, it's like, okay.
She was just like, nah. And the turnaround was today.
Quick. Like she came with it.
She felt that though.
Yeah.
She felt that. She was like, we're not gonna do this today.
We're not gonna do that.
You're not gonna come for Dream.
Yeah, you not. And she admitted it, like how she slept with Tory Lanez the first day, like, you know, because he had said that too in his diss. But it's like we slept together, but look at what you know, the conditions you wanted. So it's like.
But you gonna hold on, wait. We're gonna have to bring it back because she did the same thing when she was like, I put my on your head, basically on your man weave. She said, am I lying?
No.
All right, I'm just saying that's what she did.
She did.
I mean, so if she can do it,
and she said it's free game.
She
said she gave him the drip. She said he couldn't. He had no swag.
You wasn't rocking the cinnamon toast crunch. You was rocking the cinnamon bun. The cinnamon bun. That's what you was doing. Listen, I'm really so like y'all. I'm just so done with you today because I'm
done.
This is too much, but it's entertaining though.
It is entertaining, and that's the whole point. People are so sensitive about rap beef and you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Mm-hmm. But look at it, it's entertaining.
It really is.
That's hip hop.
Look, if you gonna sit here and act like a fool on all over the net, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna enjoy this tea,
I'm gonna enjoy it. And you know, it's like you did mention, it gets very petty these days. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the history of hip hop, that's just the culture. Even when it was like, okay, people going outside battling, having ciphers. It was still respect at the end of the day.
Right.
Even though, like, they be, when it comes to it, they talk about real life stuff. So it might,
but it
gets disrespectful.
But at the end of the day, they take it back to, okay, everybody walk away from the situation. Now I feel like it gets so serious. Like, people got guns and people got their friends. They want to jump. It's just a lot of extra stuff that's not necessary.
See, and that's where it goes too far. Hip hop should be an outlet of expression. Like,
but I think that's what it originated from. Like, that was the whole purpose of it. So, like, let's not take it to the street. Let's take it to the studio.
Let's take it to the studio. Yeah, let's rhyme about it. Yeah, and that's a great point. But when it gets physical, like with the whole Cardi B thinking she's still thinking she in the streets. That's how they solve issues. Let's fight it out. That's when it's like, okay.
But she's calmed down a lot, though. She's calmed down a lot.
She has.
So do Tory Lanez need to have several seats 2019?
Have what?
Several seats.
Oh,
several
He can have several seats.
So is he done for 2019? Or maybe he can come back in 6 months?
I mean, he got bodied by Dreamdoll. He got to take a seat for a little while.
Okay, man, wig.
So, personally, I'm going to tell you how I feel about is there a limit or not when it comes to the rap beef, Is
it a limit?
Is there a limit? I feel like we said, you put it in the music, it's in the music. I think when it comes to it, we've gotten sensitive these days.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't be a limit. As long as you're not physically harming anybody.
When it comes to the music, let it stay in the music. Like, that's it. Because we can sit here and joke about it all day long.
Yeah.
All day long. Like, it is what it is. But let's not take it to the streets. Like, that's why we got the music.
Yeah. And I don't think you should speak on people who are no longer living. That is just something I don't think if they can't speak for themselves, people try to do that sometimes. Like, Vic Mensa tried to talk about XXX Tentacion, like that type of stuff.
Leave that alone.
Leave that alone.
He's not here no more. Nobody
leave
can
that alone.
Like, his baby mama and his mom can defend him, but at the end of the day, he's not defending himself. So let that die.
Yeah, but other than that, we got to take all this sensitivity out of the hip hop game because that's what it is. It's wrong.
Because you remember when Biggie was like FYB and the clique you claim. I was like, okay, my bad. Too bad.
I know what you meant though.
You know what I meant though.
I know what you meant.
He was talking about Biggie.
Yes,
he was talking about Biggie,
and he was going in. He was going in. So,
listen, I knew who I was talking about before we started, so that's all that matters.
That's all that matters, sis.
That's all that matters.
All that matters. Period.
You see how
I like that.
And we just gone. So at the end of the day, let all the beef stay within the music. Like, let's not get sensitive about it and take it to the streets. Get your homeboys, get Lil Pookie from down the street.
Lil Pookie.
Everybody know Lil Pookie from down the street. Let's not call
Don't be so sensitive,
exactly.
Y'all.
Let's not call Lil Pookie. Let's just move on.
Yes.
Let it stay. If he won this time, like, maybe you need to go take some notes and come back with a better one next year.
Yeah, grind harder. Let that motivate you.
Exactly. Tory, your time is next year.
On that note,
man wig.
I knew she was gonna say it one more time. Lord,
we're done.
Let's talk.
We're done for real. done.
So let's talk about Cardi B. One of the things we love Cardi B for is because she's raw, she's real.
Listen, y'all know I have a sensitive spot for Cardi B.
She does.
I really do. Like, that's my girl.
We
for real.
all do.
I have a real life sensitive spot for her because guess what? She has been the same person since day one.
Yeah, that's true. She hasn't tried to be anybody she's not.
When I see her on Love and Hip Hop and she had 200,000 followers, whatever, on IG, and she was like, I'm Cardi B and I'm from the Bronx. I said, yes, honey. Yes.
Yes, honey.
Love her.
Yeah. No, she's always been authentic. Did you see these pictures that she put out on social media?
I seen them.
She was rubbing on herself and she was being all like,
honestly, when I seen it, I was like, okay, Cardi.
She looked hot.
I was like, get it.
She looked hot. Like, I started breaking a sweat like, damn, this looks good.
Look, I didn't have not one negative thought cross my mind when I seen Cardi.
Okay, good.
I was just like, Cardi, Teach me that move, sis.
Teach me.
Okay? Teach me those moves.
Yeah, it's just interesting because it brings me to like, a lot of people said she went too far with that. Like a lot of comments
in what way? Like what? I mean, what exactly do you expect from her?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Cardi B gets butt naked. So what? At least she had clothes on.
That's true. I mean, and honestly, since she's been famous, she hasn't done anything to like show her entire body. She's just kind of kept it real.
But you know what? In some videos, there are clips where she's naked, but you don't actually see her body.
Like old videos?
No, like new videos.
Oh.
Like even with the Money video,
okay,
she was dressed in chains, but she was naked.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like it's video. So I'm just like, what do you... Cardi is gonna be herself, and she's not here to impress anybody. Like she said, she didn't want to get famous. Like she didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
Like all she wanted was her music. That's it. So it's just like, don't try to change her into something that she's not.
So what do you feel about the people? Because I saw a lot of people saying like, you know, this is with that pictures and stuff, like with her like kind of being very sexual. Mm-hmm. I did see a lot of comments and controversy. They were like, you know, this is too far. There's children on this platform, and that's just too much. What do you think about that?
Okay, well, I mean, what children? How old are your kids? Like, monitor your kids' Instagram. We already talked about this. Like, if you don't want your kids to see this, then monitor your kids' Instagram.
Yeah, and talk to your kids.
But we know who Cardi B is, so don't try to manipulate her to something that she's not.
Yeah.
Just because you feel a certain type of way about her, that doesn't mean she's going to change who she is.
To make you comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah, good point.
So she's been this same person since the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are we still talking about this?
Agreed.
Like real life, like why are we still talking about the same stuff? Like she's not going to change. She's not going to be somebody that she's not. Like that's her.
Yeah.
And everybody love her because she's always been herself and she never switched up.
Yeah, she never did.
Period.
Switch up. That I can respect. That I can respect. But one thing I will say is like, everybody can't go around thinking they Cardi B.
Everybody cannot go
just
around.
Just because she posting them pictures don't mean.
Hold on, it's people out here.
T and Bree go up and posting them type pictures.
I can't do that. But you know, at the same time, Cardi B comment was like, "Hey, Bree, I gotta show you some moves. Like, let's go record some stuff real quick. I'm gonna go and I'm,
for the sake of Cardi B.
For the sake of Cardi B.
Yeah.
Now, would I do it by myself? No. But at the same time, like if that's what you do, then hey, sis, if you want to call me, I'm there for you. I'm there for you.
But she mean that shit.
For real.
She mean that. But yeah, at the end of the day, Cardi is on a level where, one, she has built a platform off of being authentic. We know her history with being in the strip club. We know her history with, expressing herself sexually and just being proud of that. So it's like you said, we can't try to take that away from her. But let's be clear, that works for her and her brand.
Exactly. So that's why I'm just like,
everybody can't do that and get the same.
Who's trying to do that though?
I don't know, man. I be seeing some crazy. I even be seeing people from Back in the Gap. You be seeing your
Back in the Gap. Who, girl?
You be following them people maybe from high school. Little Pookie sister. They be thotting on the gram. You be like, girl, just because Cardi B did it, sis, don't mean you could. Because you might still be putting in them resumes. You still on LinkedIn. You still trying to make it. You know what I mean? She built her platform on that. So it works with her brand. It works with who she is. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Listen, there's nothing anybody can tell me that's going to make me feel some type of way about Cardi B. Because I know who she is.
You know her? You know her, sis?
I mean, I know who she puts. I know what kind of person she puts out.
Okay.
So it's like I don't expect anything different from her. So if she want to be classy and switch it up, then I'm like, okay, Cardi, I see you. Like you can do something. Like you can switch it up.
And she's proved that she can do that too,
right?
Even
so
with her clothing line.
But her being ratchet, like that's just her.
Yeah.
And
a lot of us live through that.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of people are so scared to do it because it is the society that we live in. Like we're so afraid of being judged, and she's not.
Yeah.
So
it's dope.
It is dope.
I thought she looked sexy.
I thought she did good too. I want to recreate the moment, but I can't.
You thought she?
I was about
you pop into that moment
I was about to, but I'm not going to do it.
you pop into that moment for a second.
I'm not going to do it, okay? I'm not going to sit here and play with you today. You almost caught me in my Cardi B moment, but I'm not going to do it. So, yeah.
So, yeah, it is interesting, even with this topic of how far is too far. It's just interesting because when you think about it, we're in a time where we have such an abundance of information.
Right.
And sometimes it's like we just we're not all the same when it comes to what are our boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I just think it's interesting because it's like, to some people, it's like, oh, I'll go this far. To some people.
So do you have boundaries?
With hell yeah, with posting stuff like that. Like I said, I ain't no Cardi B. I can't do that. I'm still climbing the ladder, okay?
Like, do you have boundaries set for yourself in
general?
In general, like
Okay.
in the position that you're in, like, do you feel like you'll ever look back and be like, okay, this is too much. This is, like, this is only the beginning. So everybody, Cardi B, she's a different kind of breed because she never switched up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But do you feel like as you grow that you'll be able to open up and experience different things? Oh, I like that.
Girl, bye. I like how you said that. So yes, I do think that I definitely have boundaries. And I think that even with all the information, what is it? Is it still recording?
No.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it says it is.
It says that it's recording?
Yeah, on the screen.
Okay, well, we can wrap it up because this is...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think with... Oh, shit, what was I saying?
Are you sure it's still recording?
It said the same.
Okay, babe.
Okay, babe, we'll wrap it
I
up.
feel like it might be trying to cut off, so that's why I'm trying to wrap it up.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like with all the information thrown at us, it's important to take time away from that and just remember who you are at the end of the day.
Ooh, I like that.
Everybody, your boundaries, me and you, our boundaries don't have to be the same.
Right.
But I think it's important to know who you are and know what my boundaries are. Like, okay, maybe you do that, but I don't. Or vice versa. I might feel comfortable doing something away and you don't. But I think that...
at the end of the day, we know who we are.
You have to know who you are.
And what we represent.
Yeah, and sometimes that takes a little bit more effort nowadays when you have so many people throwing information on you and, oh, you should do this, you should look this way, you should dress this way.
Lord,
you know what I mean?
We are in that industry though. Like we are really in that industry where it's just like you need to look like this, you need to dress like this, you need to talk like this. And I'm just like, look.
And that's why it's even more important for us
to stay true to who you are, because guess what, at the end of the day, I'm always gonna be a little clatchet.
I love how you stick to that clatchet. Okay. But it's true. Like that's authentic to who you are. And even us, that's like kind of how we grew up, you know what I mean? But like you said, in this industry, you see it a lot. And if you don't know who you are, you can get swallowed in trying to be this person, trying to be like that person.
So what is the takeaway from today? Be true to who you are.
Be true to you.
I can't take you serious when you start singing and stuff.
I be feeling it.
Yeah, you do all the time. You be over here singing, and
that's how you know it's real.
This is what I'm stuck with, y'all. Her singing
forever,
and me being clatchy. Because guess what?
Period. Know who you are, know your boundaries, know your limits, and don't let all this bullshit on the internet try to tell you who to be at the end of the day.
I like that.
Boom.
With that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this show up. Follow us on...
Everywhere.
Like, comment, and subscribe to everything that we're doing. YouTube, Facebook, and... Twitter.
Yes.
That's it. That's all we got for you guys. Tune in next week to Bree and T on the Beat. Okay?
We out.
All right.